your business stuck? Tired of leaving money on the table? Are you ready to take it to the next level? Join us as we dive deep into the small business secrets successful entrepreneurs are implementing to see massive results. This is the Business Growth Hacks Podcast.
All right, John, time for another 5-minute marketing podcast. Right. What are we talking about today, my friend?
Today we're going to talk about the New York Times sent me an email, and they said, you don't read our newsletter, so we're going to unsubscribe you.
How did you feel about that?
At first, I was kind of mad, but then I thought, well,
I
don't really read it.
It's true.
Yeah, I was like, it's true. I don't read it.
Story.
All right, fine, just remove me. And I thought, how stupid of you to pull someone off of your email list. And then I thought, that isn't reading your newsletter.
Let's talk about it for agency owners. Let's talk about it for business owners. Why was that a good move?
All right. Here's why I think it was a good move. Because honestly, I'm not reading it. I'm hurting their numbers because they're sending it to me, but I'm probably not going to read
That's right.
it.
You might not even be opening it.
Exactly. I know I'm not.
Yeah.
I think that's why they sent the email.
So their open rates are low.
Right. And so they don't want that messing with their metrics over there, because here we have someone who's obviously uninterested.
That's right.
Why are we going to market to not our target audience?
Yeah. What's so interesting about this, for those of you guys that are listening, agency owners, you guys probably know all about this, business owners maybe not, is that it actually affects deliverability rates. Mm-hmm. So the higher your open rates, the higher your click-through rates of your emails, the better chance that your emails will actually make it into someone's inbox and not land into a spam folder.
Right.
Which is really important. So it's funny. I had a customer client a few years ago who we did a bunch of like list cleanup for. Mm-hmm. And I think that they were pretty frustrated with me because I was going to get rid of like 5,000 or 10,000 people off their list. And they were like,
could not fathom
do
why.
not get rid of these names. Like, this is potential customers. But I showed them that these people have not opened an email in over 2 years.
That means that they're not
already,
even considering.
They're already disengaged.
Yeah.
They're already not active.
Right. And I think it was a good move on New York Times there too, because the other thing in that email they sent was a resubscribe button, which it created urgency, but not in a spammy, scammy way. It created an urgency like, look, we've removed you from this. If you want it, you're going to have to go get it and show us that you still want to receive this newsletter.
It's kind of like the Netflix thing after you've been watching a show for so long.
Oh, yeah. Are
like,
you still here?
Watching?
Exactly. Yeah.
It's the same thing. Like, Like Netflix doesn't want to tie up bandwidth for somebody who's just sitting there or sleeping. Right? It's the same thing with your email list. I think if you want to have effective metrics to be able to really understand, because it would suck if you were sitting there going, man, like, our open rates are really terrible. Well, it's because half your list is
disengaged. Yeah.
Maybe they don't use those emails anymore. Maybe those were like their spam emails in the first place.
You bring up a huge point right there. My email address from 10 years ago, I'll say it on air. Punk Rocker 1402. I don't know how to log into it. But I'm on who knows how many email lists for Guitar Center, Musicians Friends, Sweetwater, all of them.
Yep.
And through that email address, I have looked at none of those newsletters.
Yeah. I've got one, type 19389 at
yahoo.com. I like it.
So
I'm tight, bro.
I'm tight, bro. The whole point of this is it's okay to clean your list up. It's okay.
It is.
I think honestly, like, I think that their move was good. It was giving you the opportunity to either re-engage if you wanted to, or they're going to say, okay, this is our last, this is that last ditch effort to say, are you opening my emails?
You on board?
Are you clicking these? If not, let's not skew our metrics any longer, right? I think another good best practice here would be to even give an opportunity to say, what kind of content would you like to see?
Ooh, that would have been even better than you're removed.
Yeah, because
what would have been better is we see you haven't opened. What do you want to see more of? Do you want more fashion? Do you want more, music news? What is it that you're interested in that
Exactly. I think it's all about tailoring our approach. I think, that would probably be a lesson that they could learn from this.
Yeah, I agree.
Would be that they just chose to kind of go with a blanket approach of like, do you want this or not?
Yeah.
And it's like, well, you can't tailor it to me a little bit?
Right.
Because I might have been interested in seeing just your podcast or releases every week.
Exactly.
But I'm not interested in all the sales stuff you send me every day.
I might want to know your list of books, but I don't really care for human interest articles every day.
That's right. How about even asking about cadence of frequency.
Yeah.
Hey, I don't want your emails every day,
Right.
but I don't mind a recap email once a month.
Like a once a month from them would probably suffice for me. Yeah.
I think that's the big thing is like a lot of us get overwhelmed by how many emails we get every day.
Oh, yeah.
That if some of these marketers would just say, oh, let's consolidate a little bit, they still might have the potential to capture my attention and purchase.
Exactly.
Just not every, I can't buy every day. That's the bottom line.
No, you can't. And it, just to add one more thing before we end this, I remember a hack from one of our episodes that said it's okay to say no. Consider what happens if you say no. And so in this case, you're saying no to sending the email to people, but what does that really do for you? Does it put you ahead or put you behind? And so you got to consider that.
That's right. So we'll see you next time.
Thank you for listening to another episode of the Business Growth Hacks Podcast. Be sure to subscribe wherever you get your podcasts so you never miss an episode. To get more marketing tips and tricks, follow Beefy Marketing on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube at Beefy Marketing. And to take your business to the next level, check out our website at www.beefymarketing.com.